Hi everyone, it's me, Arielle, and it's Wednesday Warriors, and today I'm going to be talking about boundaries. Today's question is, what are boundaries, and where are my boundaries, and how will I know if they've been crossed? We're basically going to be looking at boundaries in respect to learning to be assertive, and earlier this week another member of the collaboration had talked about assertiveness versus aggressiveness, which funnily enough is something that I did a video on back in August, so I'm going to show you that video as well because it sort of pertains to this whole boundary thing. To be assertive, you need to find your voice. You need to remember that what you have to say is worth saying, and that you are worth all the time and energy, and that what you have to say is important. So, to be assertive, when someone says something that you don't like or that makes you uncomfortable, you need to speak up, because the more that you keep quiet, the more you're relinquishing a piece of yourself. When you allow people to make you feel badly, they're just going to treat you the way you teach them to treat you. And if that's by being silent and not being assertive, then they're just going to keep on doing it. You have to learn how to handle yourself. So if you see somebody that handles themselves really well, and they are in command of a situation, and they're assertive, and it's someone that you know, ask them how they became assertive, how they became the way they are. And, sometimes people are natural-born assertive people, but oftentimes something happened to them that made them change their point of view, or they grew up and realized what they needed to do to make their way in life. And a lot of people will share that with you, and it's not as strange of a question as you might think. Being assertive means being in control, and you can be in control of your life without being aggressive. A lot of people think assertive and aggressive are the same thing, and I know those two words are very similar, but they do not have the same meaning. You have to sort of examine a situation that you're in as though you are a third party and not yourself in the scenario. And I think if you do that, you'll be able to see in what ways you can be more assertive than you were. When you go home and you look at a certain situation that just happened and you could have acted differently, you can sort of pinpoint where you went wrong and what you can say and how you can teach yourself to be different in a situation when it comes up again. A boundary is basically a dividing line between you and something else or someone else. Okay, let's face it, guys. Boundaries are not rocket science. They are not something that you have to put a lot of thought into. They're very simple to understand. Chances are, if your boundaries are crossed, you're going to know. If someone crosses the line with you, if your limit is reached, you're going to realize it. You just have to learn to recognize those feelings, those emotions, those uncomfortable sensations. So chances are you'll know if your boundaries have been crossed if you begin to feel more uncomfortable. You may also feel more fear or more confusion depending on the situation. All situations are different and all people are different. Therefore, our boundaries and what we feel when those boundaries are crossed are all different. This isn't something that you want to overanalyze. Boundaries are boundaries. It's as simple as that. Whatever feels wrong to you is probably wrong. Whatever feels right to you is probably right. If you feel like you are giving into a person or to something else simply because you're afraid to say no or because you really want to please them, then maybe your boundaries are being crossed. And as another person is going to do a video about, we need to realize when to say no. Hope you guys have all been having a really great week and doing well. Just a quick note to say that it is Eating Disorder Awareness Week, and I hope you guys are using that to the fullest. There are a lot of things that you can do to promote eating disorder awareness. There are many things you can do to celebrate recovery. There are many things you can do to honor someone who is in recovery, or to do something in memory of someone who's been lost because of this illness. You can simply just spread the word. Keep fighting, keep reaching for recovery. You can do it.